teams going to be joining the victors, of course. Already announced 3 of them, in which Endpoint were winning today, as well as Harvu and Namiga. dumau going to kick things off quite nicely for GODSENT, though, as he's able to find the first. felps with a second, and GODSENT immediately heads are turned. And a 5 versus 3 to pursue. Barton with another. As Hades no more. And SZPERO and Goofy, the last 2 men remaining against all 5 players of GODSENT. This seems to be pistol in the bag for them.
Yep, easy cleanup as Goofy will get 1, but immediately dealt with. No real contest, ultimately. Oh, and the walk forward from Goofy, not able to find him. SZPERO going to get sideswiped by latto. Great timing coming in. Ponczek takes down Barton, but felps and latto just doing everything they need to right now in the bathrooms area. And I think that might just be the round, to be honest. Again, looking like not a heavy contest. 3 kills come back in, but GODSENT were always on the front foot there.
Yeah, absolutely. And a reminder, I was talking about, like, Monster can't be pushed. They have to use short as their funnel, their entry. Barton, good for 1. Taco, though, flip side of the smoke. Goofy peeks it. It's very good game sense from him. But it's a 1-for-1 trade. jedqr with 1 more. Grenade goes in deep.
Oh, beautiful.
Denied of the bomb plant. Hades knows it's all too gone. GODSENT with a 5th with one of the sickest grenades I think we've seen all tournament.
That is so damn cool. I'm going to go back and watch that because that has made all the difference. There's no time. Magnificent placement. So well read. The perfect time to pull this out as well. Oh, my lord. Oh, my goodness.
A better nade.
Yeah, to be honest. And it's like timing-wise as well is the most important thing, of course. Instant trade.
B, slow aggression. Wisla Krakow haven't really made all too much noise, and this is going to be quite a surprise. Barton, wrong angle, wrong time, and it could cost him his life. Taco doesn't expect it by any standard, and Barton caught out as well. Wisla Krakow gifted a chance now as the 1-for-1 trade towards short has quickly left themselves in a very, very tricky scenario. latto now alone against 4 as the bomb goes down, and so latto, his choice to save is wise, I feel like, at least. jedqr getting aggressive up close and personal, and okay, jedqr, that is filthy. Finds the headshot, and that is a first converted back turn to the wrong angle. That could have been poor decision making from him. They push on forward. dumau just going to be dropping his life for the price of nothing as Ponczek. He's going to be the man to find him. felps in response, the AWP working out quite nicely for GODSENT as they transition back level of 4 versus 4 on the cards as we wait and see what Wisla Krakow's next move will be. They've got 40 seconds on the clock. They've got time to make their move. It's just a matter on what they do because, of course, the wrong bomb site would be A. Hades has now incentivized that thought and entertained the idea of going towards A as Taco realizes maybe, just maybe, they'll be heading there, but instead it's the B bomb site under threat. Bomb is going to be there. It's going to be the peek on forward. Hades will find it. Barton towards connector has found a quick kill, and now Taco with it all to do on the back of the site.
Oh, and he can't get it done. Easily dealt with. Wisla Krakow stringing a couple together. Yeah, I thought it was a player coming around the corner. It's just a little bit of spam. However, the push from short will be successful, finding the boost. However, he can't get the second. dumau was low. Only 1 bullet required, but he just doesn't get there in time. Back into a 4-on-4. They'll certainly be happy with the early frag on that T side of things. They do need to be careful that they make this work. Nades going in, touching down, and they will take down Barton. Beautiful stuff. Really well read here with the repositions of GODSENT and making sure to take them down. dumau still in on the site, though. If he gets any more than this, it would be absolutely criminal. He does manage to actually back away, though. That's mental that he's still alive. felps, however, going to get sideswiped, and the second player in. Utility, latto trying to creep in slowly. They're trying to fake him out. Oh, he gets in position to do some damage. Hades on 5 HP. I think the round would have been won anyway with Ponczek's trade. And it is so quiet right now. There's a few footsteps, a few bits of utility. latto with a great little read. As the smoke begins to dissipate, he gets around it, finds one. felps, meanwhile, on the AWP, having a slight role change here, will manage to find a frag out at long. So 5-on-3 immediately out of the gate, walking in. It's not going to work this time. Wizard have done it a lot when they've been down and out, just trying to walk in dry and catch players off guard. But they are savvy to it now on the CT end. At least in part, it looks like Ponczek might get a catch. Might get a catch for another if he's successful, but yeah, I guess it's the wrong angles. He knew latto was somewhere in and around the bathrooms. Not going to happen. finding one. jedqr, his position known from long now, and only 10 seconds remaining. He's got to make a move, and honestly, probably wants to go down before time ends. Oh, finds the head of Latto and the head of Taco. Okay. Good damage in the end. He will go down, however, but...
3 wins have been against Polish teams. Maybe history repeats itself. They are 2-0 against the Poles. Latto delivering with a lovely first kill, dropping...
Oh, Latto. Gotta be careful. Flash comes in. They're gonna rush through the smoke. They line up for him. He somehow finds jedqr behind ponczek. Nade going in to perhaps finish him off. No, it does a lot of damage, however. Oh, and felps finding it around the corner, leaving it all down to Hades. Latto with the triple in this round. Surely they don't mess this up, and they won't. And the crosshair in the wrong place, the scope in the wrong place for Hades. Refound their mojo.
Beautifully done. Latto. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, that's so unfortunate for if you're jedqr. He's just sitting behind, just waiting for his teammate to try and do something, and then he just get blasted in the head. So unfortunate, but Wisla...
The angle. He repositions, though. Felps is having a hell of a few rounds here on this AWP. Oh, my goodness. Getting the better of Hades time and time again. Latto, even though a bit caught, wins the...
Towards B. They were working together. And again, like, you're looking at this where Wisla Krakow, instead of playing as a 5, they seem to be playing like 5 individuals. And I think that's what's cost the HP. They've got everything on their side right now. With 25 seconds, Taco to find Goofy, and a second tallied up for him. 5 overall on the server, so...
Well, if the matchup is going this way, GODSENT, you know, in control, winning things back, then you'd assume things are going to go well for them into their own map pick. But Hades, he's got other things to say in this round. That's a great little find. Fantastic read. You know, it's an aggressive push that the AWP has gone for many a time, and he catches it off guard. Exploitative play. Oh, Goofy, though, over at short, gets one, instantly traded. Still 4-3.
Knowledge that they will be executing on forward. A beautiful flashbang, actually. Latto forced off the angle, but will reappress. SZPERO getting way too aggressive with a nade out as he is caught off by Latto. Beautifully done by him. 3 versus 3. The nade goes deep, not going to catch anyone for anything. Barton spotted towards connector. Latto not expecting the smoke push, and I mean, neither would I in that scenario, but he makes it work. Ponczek caught from behind as Barton is able to go 1-for-1, and now dumau alone against 2. Very doable for him as the smoke fades in front of his eyes. Will he clear the close left? He will, but Hades quick with his response, takes it to a 6th for Wisla Krakow. A very strong start for GODSENT, but now Wisla Krakow on that CT side. I feel like
Krakow like to play their pistols because this is the perfect read so far. Smoke goes in, keeps that player at Graffiti out of action, although he does find the head of felps. And now they have to act quickly. There's a flank coming in. Again, I think they have read into this. The boost into heaven is so smart. The hold from behind of Taco, also so smart. He does go down for the information in, and they've pushed forwards to find 2 quick kills. This is magical stuff. The CT's still holding on to the man advantage, but no kit available now. It's kind of difficult, though. How do you get back into the bomb site? Yeah, with the way that it's planted, and you're deep in, you have to fight your way through, and that just doesn't happen when you have a man disadvantage. So it looked good for a second, but, like, it kind of fell apart, I guess, maybe because, like...
An Organ 2 M4s brought into the second round is a very ballsy buy, but jedqr going to silence me for the time being as he has found Taco a big opener, and Taco a very quiet first half. 5 kills already. That's not the greatest of plays, but Hades showing exactly what's up as he finds himself too. Felps on the flip side of the smoke. jedqr finally biting the dust, but in a 2 versus 5, that kill is little to no impact on this team as Hades just tearing through them. A 3rd might have to reload the M4A4 before he repeaks, and does get the information on location. Scoops up an AK as well, just for good measure. And so Felps against 4 jumps on over. Beautifully done, actually. Goofy just didn't expect that whatsoever. He just ducks out of way, but doesn't duck. He flies over the top, and Felps back turn to ponczek. It's easy as could be. Wisla Krakow find 8, and they're 1 behind GODSENT.
They've got to be careful. There's a player pushed up close. He's not ready for this guy who managed to escape. Oh, the flash comes in, but he turns away from it at the perfect time and still gets the kill. There ain't no stopping Hades.
Done. And that is what Wisla Krakow needed to find double digits. I feel like that is off to a great start, and Goofy going to capitalize on that as well as the T side. But now hitting the T side is not looking just as spectacular. SZPERO going to find another. Felps no more. Barton and dumau, the last 2 men remaining. Hades Firing off another shot. P250 whipped out the sidearm in play. As Barton and dumau staring and wondering what to do next.
Yeah, this is turned around very, very quickly. Super dominant start to the CT side. GODSENT, I think we need to pause it. One thing we will see. Trying to catch them with nades in hand, perhaps, but they've got great nades coming over the top, great flashes, and they are acting upon them. 2 quick kills coming in. And, of course, a player down in Canal, down in Pit, looking to hold things out. Oh, dumau! Dumau! Hello? What the hell has happened here? He manages to find the player next to him, but there's just too many bodies to deal with in the end. Only finding...
Because they're not punished for pushing it. No damage taken. Latto, though, is going to lose his head to SZPERO's AK, and felps might just push on forward and catch himself, jedqr, if he's not careful enough. The flashbang over the top. jedqr swings, and felps to find it. So a 4 versus 4, but at the cost of 90 HP.
Okay, Taco going to change that fact, though. They were set for an A hit. He guessed a bit wrong. Ponczek is here, but it's not the best of positions, right? There's so many smokes, they can't really deny the bomb plant, and he gets sideswiped by Barton. 4 on 2. GODSENT looks being players and hopefully try and cut them off. So some big damage could be done here. Hades got to be careful. Does take down Barton on the way out, making it costly. And now felps on this backside, who is trying to indeed pull a fast one. He's also got to be careful not to go down.
GODSENT finally back in action. They heard our word to halt the oppression from GODSENT. The peek on over the top. Oh my god, that smoke is tantalizing. But dumau with a 1. SZPERO needs to go huge. Has found another. Here's the shots behind him. Taco missed spray, missed opportunity, but he makes up for it in the second approach. Ponczek, back of the site, hasn't been spotted. dumau, and that's bomb. 10 seconds to go on the clock. Ponczek might have just done it. For Wisla Krakow, jedqr inbound. felps, they need to dart across and pick up the bomb, and they do so. Do they have the time? They might have just found it. 1 second. Oh my goodness, they just squeezed it out. The 2 versus 2 now for GODSENT. The retake, it has to be perfect. But what better of a duo to have than felps and latto? jedqr and Goofy, they need to go huge. felps in a 1 versus 2 now. Has found one. And felps with a 1 versus 2. From the depths of nothing, GODSENT back level. 11-11.
Where they are very shaky on the next 2. Oh, great little flash coming in for SZPERO. Only good for 1, though. It does come with a caveat. At the very least, they've got a bit of something. Some information, a kill in. Some pressure, making GODSENT work for it, but it does, as you can see, weaken up their connector and short areas. jedqr finding Taco over at Monster with the push that comes in. Well, that could make all the difference. The bomb buddied up, moving towards long. There's a couple players in and around here for the CT side. Hades further down. Ponczek closer towards the site. They're going to go for Ponczek. Boost up comes in. Quick trade. Hades, you got to strike. Got to be successful. Don't make a sound, and he will get the drop. Bomb goes down. They thought they were in for the A-bomb site, but no, it's not the case. It's all onto felps once again in another clutch situation. He found 2 last time out, but this time he'll find none. Wisla Krakow straight back in it, keeping it. Oh, deciding against it. Latto's going to come to him. Oh, awkward crosshair change at the very last second. Will be his downfall. Hades, meanwhile, needs to stay alive. Finds a second, third, maybe no. So it's back into a 3-on-3, but there's another player at long. There's so much action going down here. Ponczek with the clean headshot. That's the untraded frag as well. It concedes the A-bomb site, but...
2 versus 3. A big round required from GODSENT, and they're on the right foot. dumau, the low HP player, making his HP worthwhile in that sense, as he's able to find a quick kill. Taco flying from long, has to be careful, can't find the kill. dumau, the youngster, alone against 2, needs to go huge, cannot get it done. The bomb will be defused. They've got the kit, they've got the time, and Wisla Krakow have got 13. They pull ahead, the pole's in front. And GODSENT now, that bomb plant meant everything to them, because the hopeful chance as the pressure is on. jedqr needs to go huge from this angle. Big damage, no conversion. Ponczek not good for anything either. And jedqr needs to go huge on the back of the site. And GODSENT, the B rush didn't work earlier on, but now it's...
And it is textbook. Wisla needed a voice, didn't it? Needed a voice to go. Care for the rush, guys. They might try something a bit cheeky here. And it wasn't there. Hades finds felps on the way out, so not a super solid round in terms of the money moving forwards, which is going to be important at the tail end of the game here. You can immediately see, especially with the back and forth, right? There's not a lot of cash. Only the 1,400, actually, yeah. So minimum loss bonus coming in for Wisla Krakow. And to be once again. Oh, got to be careful. There's a bit of action towards connector. felps can get caught completely off guard by the M4. Nice walk in. Talking of walk-ins, though, it's a B-side walk-in. Oh, Hades on the AWP. Gets the double shot landed onto Taco. Goofy chiming in from the side. Okay. It's all falling apart for GODSENT. They don't do
things up. Or Wisla Krakow to put it to map point on their pick of overpass. We'll find out shortly because the B push is imminent. And Goofy, good for one. jedqr getting beamed through the smoke, however. Beautifully done by Barton. And a 3 versus 3 to issue. SZPERO looking for heads and he finds them both. felps alone in a 1 versus 3. And it seems to be we've got a victor of map 1.
That you go for yet another B rush. You know, maybe initially doesn't work out. Let's reaggress with our 3-on-3 to a different bomb site. Ah, the boost at the perfect time as well. jedqr going to open up. It seems like they are hammering the nail into the coffin here, charging through in towards this B bomb site. Not going to work out initially, and it continues to go south. 4-on-2, rotations are in. USPs are out. It's all onto Taco. He's not ready for the flank to come in, and that will be that. 16-13 Wisla Krakow. An anticlimactic end as GODSENT hit the brick wall, and they kept smashing their heads into it. Just didn't quite work out for them. But pick, and hopefully they have found some of that confidence back. It looks like it as the open up from Barton will come in very early into the apartment. Ponczek round the corner on the CZ is also going to get clapped out. Barton, angry as you like. There's been a frag on the backside as well. A little bit of action over Banana, sorry. But the bomb, well, it looks like it's going to be planted on B in just a second here. But Hades getting the catch onto Barton. What's going on? Oh, they've gone under in underpass. And now it's back into a 2-on-2 suddenly.
The man towards short. And Taco as well. Reallocating himself towards the boiler position. SZPERO now going to stick the bomb by the looks of things. Does he? Nope, he doesn't. But Hades nails the shot. Taco no more. And although Barton gives his best efforts towards apartments, it's Wisla Krakow from the hands of SZPERO and Hades to deliver all 5 kills between them. And
utility reigns over the top from GODSENT. They don't have a lot of time to work with as well, so they might contemplate going through this smoke. Oh, it's risky. SZPERO set up perfectly. Only good for 1, though. Maybe wanted a little bit more from there. The return utility once again from the CT side, keeping them at bay, buying time for the rotations. Smoke is about to dissipate in just a second. Hades goes through, but Taco, so smart, ready for it. Does have the bomb, so he needs help on the cross. He'll make it through. It's a nice deep smoke into CT as well to make pushing through very, very difficult. latto going to take down jedqr to prove my point. Goofy trying to break in here, not going to happen. All left onto Ponczek, and he has to back away. GODSENT.
Beautifully done. GODSENT finally making their mark. And deservedly so. They needed that round desperately. The buy round working out quite nicely as they finally pencil.
Oh my goodness. Great flash coming in to get Hades off the angle. Oh my lord.
Even more of a problem for Wisla Krakow because they can't retrieve it. So, smoke's on over. GODSENT looking to execute on out. SZPERO blind, caught completely off guard. felps to find their headshot of 5 versus 3 in GODSENT. This is their second round, no doubt about it. jedqr with 1, the Desert Eagle of Goofy not connecting in any way. But he is remaining alive in the site for all too long. Barton going to try and drop them down. Ponczek on the other side has got an AK. Can make it a costly round, but Taco, clinical kill from him. Will be a second on the board for GODSENT.
Looking good once the rifles have come into play. This is kind of what we expected from them moving into their map pick, right? It was a tough loss on that first map for sure. They were certainly in a position where they could have picked things up, but they are not phased. They do not stop. They prove that they are indeed Rise. Sure, they know how to approach it. They've played it enough times, right? And you can't really be even a deep.
In great form, ready for 4. Execute on out. Molotov's going to be dropped in up close. Need to be cautious. SZPERO caught blind as Taco will find him. But on a minute. They're wrapping completely around. jedqr back at the site, trapped. Needs to go huge. And he's stuck towards pillar. This isn't ideal by any standard. Good for Taco. Needs to find a second, and he does so beautifully. Bomb dropped. dumau to trade. A 3 versus 3, and arguably...
In construction might not be expected. One on high, one watching the door angle. They've got to find this cleanly. They lose the first fight. That might just do it, to be honest with you. Trying to break back in here. Pre-fires coming round, but they're so very low. And latto with the perfect play. Gets 3 down. 6 HP remaining.
niko once again. Problems again arising. Goofy, beautiful shot to open things up. Martin no more, as he's dropped quickly towards...
They're hitting the A-bomb site. Timing going to be absolutely everything here. Ponczek looking away from a flash, gets left low. Goofy going to trade it back though, and there's the P250. Jumps up to find another Hades. Oh my goodness, what a hold, what a move. Goofy coming in from long as well. Will finish off proceedings with the pistols. They...
GODSENT back to the chalkboard to think through strategy, and Hades and jedqr mopping it up towards B, and so they're relying heavily on A. And just for added salt in the wound, bombs dropped in T-spawn, so GODSENT have to go back at some point.
Felps with a possible swipe here. Here's out this player, spots him out as well, takes his head. Oh, the COD reload, caught off by Hades. Taco meanwhile, and Barton as well, making it in towards Pit. Taco doing the damage, but like you said, that bomb is all the way down. They don't know it though. Taco's going to win the fight against jedqr somehow. 8 HP, but I don't really think... Turns out not. So they're very lucky, you know, that the guy pushing down Banana didn't spot the bomb being out there. Hades waiting, lands the flick up as well. Taco had to go. He had to move fast. That's the one thing that, you know... Hades getting the better of his fights. Is that 3-1 against latto and Taco, or maybe was it an adjustment? Not quite sure. He's now got 1-1 against Felps as well. So, you know, Hades looking...
Now... time is of the essence. jedqr pushing. Beautiful first kill found. A 3 versus 5. GODSENT taken down 2 notches. It will be SZPERO on the flip side waiting. AK-47 whipped out, ready and raring to go. A double kill. Barton nowhere to be seen. And Wisla Krakow shaping up for 7. And while Barton's good for 1, it means...
Counter-terrorists win.
Take your time out. Especially on the God. Why not go for it? Hades changing it up ever so slightly here. This time they're not going to check him. Slight little shoulder peek coming in. Oh, what's happened over in Banana though? Big nade damage. And they get a frag off the backfire. That's a bit mental. Bomb is going to go down. The blind spray through the smoke, and jedqr will find him running through the Molotov. It makes all the difference. Hades, as the smoke dissipates, will find Taco. A bit of spam here, not quite landing though. Charging forwards is Goofy, giving them the 3-on-3 back in favor. It's looking relatively good here for GODSENT in terms of the damage, in terms of the bomb plant. That's really nice, but actually winning the round, it's doable. Flash goes in, blinded up, but not blind enough. latto will take down jedqr. It's left onto Hades and Ponczek. Hades with a quick flick, making it look even better here for the CT side. But my God, this setup, it is so hard to break apart. It's all onto Hades. He's got one more to find, and latto, he can just play the time, surely. There's hardly any of it. Tap onto the bomb. He's got to find this kill. Instantly can't get it done. And that'll be the round. Hades even going to go down to the bomb, surely. Can't make it away here. He won't. They both go down, to be fair, but GODSENT, they pull off an impossible round.
Majoritively speaking, they had basically nothing. Desert Eagles. And this Desert Eagle working out so nicely. After Hades getting that kill, a reckless push cost them this. Hades, I mean, he's 16-4 overall. What a statement to be made. Beautifully done. Hades kicking us off once again. The man is a menace, and GODSENT needs to be cautious.
Tense here. Look at the apartments. Timing could be everything here. Don't look away at the wrong time. Don't miss your shot. Ponczek. Oh, they drop into Pit, and he doesn't really do anything to stop them. They could close the gap here. They could find some awkward frags, but he peeks out late, and it works. What do I know, eh? Ponczek with the 2K. The thing to make it out, but he will not do so unscathed. Bit of damage returned back in. Felps finding Goofy, meanwhile, through the smoke towards mid. No, towards...
Molotov on in as well. Hades missing a second shot, nearly losing his life for it, but decides to repress and find himself one. Goes for seconds denied. jedqr now has to hold on big time. Rather the M4, excuse me, the spam on through. Felps at 7, dumau at 7T. And a 3 versus 3, possible to say the least. If you're Wisla Krakow, beautifully done. The Molotov push. jedqr is a monster. Wisla Krakow with 10. And a second half required nothing but pure excellence from GODSENT if they want to take it to 3.
That is a chef's kiss moment, isn't it? Retro, they are laying down the smokes, charging forwards in towards CT, actually trying to catch them off guard. But again, GODSENT look to have done the research. Ponczek, though. 2 quick flicks across. And that'll be the B bomb site. It was a nice little setup to be
out of circulation. The HE grenades go on forward. No damage being done, but 2 dinks with immediate effect, leaving Barton and Taco down to 20 HP roughly. Felps has found 1 in the meantime, however, and so the high HP players still kicking, finding damage, but SZPERO with another. 2 players low HP, walking right into the guillotine of SZPERO, who's good for 1, good for a second, and Wisla Krakow have found themselves an 11th. We're looking at a 2-0 because game. Taco spamming on through, big damage done to Goofy. It's a Mag 10 low HP, but it has found 1. Taco's been dropped as well. Goofy doubling down. Barton doing well to bait his teammate, and he has found himself 1. Goofy, my word, he's flailing through the air on 1 point of health, and he finds Barton out of nowhere. 2 versus 3 retake. GODSENT, a man down, and dumau at least leveling things back up, but the low HP player gone in a second. Tapping heads left, right, and center. jedqr alone. And there you go, GODSENT, beautiful retake, a 6th on the board for them.
They just have to take every round as it comes, keep it moving step by step by step. Oh, and man, when you've got a bit of an individual play like that from the youngster, it's certainly going to help you facilitate the morale.
Be ready and raring to go. The execute quite fast. Latto dropping a Molotov, try and prevent the push. jedqr taking big, given a chance for a retake and a possible 7th.
Need to get it done here. dumau finding Goofy with the spam. Nice start. Really solid man advantage to work with now. A few flashes available as well to make life difficult, but they're not utilizing them. They're just charging straight in, and I really do like that. Remaining 2 players are in a banana. Heavily smoked off. Ponczek with a nice find onto Felps. The tap onto the bomb. Oh, wrong lineup. And there's too many bodies in the way. Ponczek will move away. GODSENT get another. They're finally starting to gain a bit of... Another key rifle round coming into play. Yeah, just straight into the meat grinder, unfortunately. They're set up too well for it, it feels.
Into this one.
Yeah, this is an absolutely insane game state right now. Felps going to break the silence to find the first Barton. dumau all chiming in. The patience paying off for GODSENT in a big, big way. But it could easily, you know, swing back out into the open. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. So many low HP bars, to be fair. But GODSENT, like I say, waiting seems to be the most effective remedy to that particular situation. Wisla...
Impression inbound. dumau caught blind. The org on the back of the site. Latto needs to do everything. A first, a second, not a third, as he's caught blind completely. There is going to be guns traded. Felps just blocked, and SZPERO, a tapping W key, knows that no one's there.
Oh, Molly, he's going to burn. He's going to opt to stay in it. And Taco wins the fight against jedqr. It's all onto the Mac 10 of Ponczek, left on 10 HP. Not a lot of time. He's trying to buy said time here for the round. I don't think there's enough for Barton to get it done. He's got the kit, and there is no time. The round goes the way of Wisla Krakow. Just about. GODSENT. Oh, man. A couple...
And as we head into yet another pivotal round, the reinvestment, Hades is going to catch out dumau, but Taco elsewhere towards middle, and Latto following suit. So the Orbs to do everything within the round so far, as jedqr looking to a eco win. They've got every opportunity to do so. The flashbang, missed shot from Latto, and now it's all down to Felps, who drops the nade in deep, spots the man, the spam on for the cross, but no one going to be there. The re-smoke as well to prevent it. Felps now has to wait. The flashbang going to be used. Pressured. Push. Felps. Good for 1. There's a man towards banana, and he's the only man remaining. SZPERO. 1 versus 3. Has to be careful. Tucked in close. The smoke on the bomb as well. He's going to wait for the defuse. He has to. He has no other choice. It's tapped. He holds the peak. Finds the first. Could be finding a second, but no. Barton holds true. Just in time as well. SZPERO is going to pull the trigger on Taco. And a 14th denied. GODSENT reaching double digits, and this game is becoming all too intense. dumau pressing the peak, unsuccessful, but latto clinical in the trade, but he overstays his presence. A beautiful shot
coming into play here. We've got a few you know, young, inexperienced at a top kind of level when you're in these stressful games where both map.
Right now, it is going to be the pressure. dumau with one, SZPERO with another. The B-bomb site successful once again. Rotates aren't going to be there. And Wisla Krakow yet again bargain themselves a B-bomb site. Harsher conditions, though, for Wisla Krakow to hold on to. 3 versus 3 this time. Hades gathering the information of the man towards Banana. Ponczek with his back turn, though, will be caught out. Goofy dropped as well, and now Hades with it all to do. I thought that would have been the one. He's holding towards Banana. Taco deleting him from there. And GODSENT find 12. Wisla Krakow thrown away a very important retake, and had they have just hit, they'd held on perfectly. To take it quite early on, but then the pressure in the later stages of near narrow miss. Taco pressuring towards short, however, as soon as eyes are taken off it. Poor decision making there from the Wisla Krakow side, as Hades not checking it for a second longer, and that costs his teammates life. But Taco doing the exact same thing, getting too aggressive. SZPERO towards long as well. Will drop the smoke in towards Arch and actually pressure through. Bombs going back towards B. 2 players pushing on forward. Latto being dropped. Barton alone. And that's a 15th by every standard. That is now the decisive round for Wisla Krakow, at least cementing themselves.
Not really committing bodies to it. Bit of utility. Ooh, here or there. Bit of team damage. That's awkward. SZPERO, though, finding dumau boosted up.
Fake from B, as I do believe felps was looking to rotate, but the B-bomb site under threat. Latto up top, looking for damage. Had found one in the process. Now gunning down a second, but SZPERO yet again, low HP doesn't matter to him. And the bomb goes down. A 4 versus 3. And this is Wisla Krakow's chance.
Felps charging it for 2, though. Okay, the bomb's gone down in the meantime. Hades will trade back on the AWP, looking so good here. The smoke going to dissipate. Taco creeps round, but Hades strikes true. It's all left on to Barton. 2 to find. He's got a kit, he's got a few nades, but he really, really needs to step up in a big, big way to keep GODSENT alive. Don't think he's going to expect this angle tightly from ponczek. However, a step too early from ponczek. The pre-fire as well. Hades put under pressure, but gets the timing, will take him down, and secures the 16-12. It took them a while. A dominating first half, a dominating start to the second, and then they slipped. But they get it done in the end.
Yeah, beautifully done. And felps, the balls on that man to attempt something like that. And Hades just making light work with the AWP. Barton, nothing left in the locker. And very well played to Wisla Krakow. 16-12, they take the second map. A 2-0 victory. That puts them against...